Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sherry Sizemore, the District Supervisor for World Languages and the Dual Language Immersions programs. I would like to begin our program today by introducing Dr. Pamela Nathan, Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction. Dr. Nathan has been a consistent and ardent supporter of our DLI programs, and we are indeed lucky to have her. Dr. Nathan?
I'm very grateful for this team. Thank you for taking the time to learn about our dual language immersion program. This upcoming school year is particularly bittersweet as we wish Ms. Sizemore the best on her retirement, and we welcome Dr. Warren into our administrative team. Ms. Sizemore's vision, hard work, collaboration with our district teams has truly made the dual language immersion program possible. I am confident that myself, Dr. Warren, and the amazing teams that you're going to hear from today are going to continue to keep her legacy strong, to develop and grow and support our DLI environments. I'm excited to turn the presentation over to this talented team.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nathan. It has been my privilege and my joy to work side by side for the last 4 years with two of the most dedicated and caring principals you can imagine. They are passionate about the DLI programs and have worked tirelessly to make them a success. Full stop. Let me introduce first Ms. Trish Buell.
Anyhow, I am Patricia Buell, the proud principal of Maurice Hawk Elementary School. The summer months bring a sense of excitement as the staff prepares for our DLI students and their experience this year. I am looking forward to the 2-week DLI camp that will take place at the end of this month and the beginning of August. Our committed staff brings experience, energy, passion, and expertise to designing and implementing a promising year ahead. It has been an amazing learning experience to watch this program grow. I am proud of our initial group of students who began 4 years ago this September. It is hard to believe that they will be seniors of the DLI class as our 3rd graders. And it is with enthusiasm that I welcome our newest members to the program, our kindergarten students. 1st and 2nd graders, I can't wait to welcome you back. Our DLI team has and will continue to actively participate in professional development opportunities, which opens the door to continued growth and excellence. The team is eager to meet their students for the upcoming school year. I appreciate and applaud Sherry Sizemore for realizing her vision for a well-designed and implemented DLI program. It has been an honor and a pleasure working with Sherry, and she will truly be missed. I welcome Dr. Ashley Warren as the new supervisor of DLI and the World Language Program. I have already witnessed Ashley's dedication, expertise, and investment in this program. I look forward to working with Dr. Warren in a new capacity. As a long-time educator, I am humbled to be part of the dual language immersion team, and it is with professional confidence that we move into the 4th year of this program. Shay Shay.
Thank you very much, Ms. Buell. I would now like to introduce Mr. David Argis, principal of Dutch Neck.
Hola, amigos. My name is David Argis, and I'm the proud principal of Dutch Neck Elementary School. We are very excited to be the host school for the Spanish dual language immersion program. The DLI program, both Maurice Hawk and Dutch Neck, has been an amazing opportunity for your children, and we are very grateful to everyone's commitment and support. We are truly fortunate that the Board of Education values and is in full support of this program, along with our superintendent, Dr. David Adderhold, and our assistant superintendent for curriculum and instruction, Dr. Pamela Nathan. And most importantly, we want to thank you, the parents and caregivers, for putting your faith and your trust in us. As many of you know, the dual language immersion program began 3 years ago with 2 kindergarten classes in each of the schools. I must say that although the research is clear in terms of the success of language immersion programs for students, as a building principal, I was curious to see and learn what it would look like in my school. It is truly amazing and has far exceeded my expectations. I cannot give enough positive accolades for this program, and especially to our Dutch Neck and Maurice Hawk teachers who create engaging, worthwhile, and fun learning experiences for the students. I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize Mrs. Sherry Sizemore. As most of you know, Mrs. Sizemore will be retiring from the district in just a few short weeks. We are so fortunate that several years ago, Mrs. Sizemore had a vision. Because of this vision and of the hard work and commitment which followed to make this vision a reality, we now have a truly exceptional dual language immersion program here in WWP. On behalf of all of my colleagues, I would like to thank Mrs. Sizemore for all she has done over these past several years in planning, creating, and implementing this outstanding program, which has been and will continue to be a truly amazing learning opportunity for our students. And finally, I join my colleague, Ms. Buell, in welcoming Dr. Ashley Warren in her new role as the K-12 Supervisor of World Language and Dual Language Immersion Programs. I have been fortunate to know and work with Dr. Warren in her capacity as our kindergarten DLI Spanish teacher. I have no doubt that her passion, knowledge, and commitment to students will serve Dr. Warren well in her new role. As another longtime educator, I am grateful to be part of this truly exceptional program, and I look forward to another successful school year. Gracias.
Thank you. I'm now going to try to get through the rest of the presentation without crying. Thank you very much to Mr. Argis and Ms. Buell. I'm very touched by your kind words. Thank you very much. 4 years ago, when Mr. Martin Smith, who was then our assistant superintendent, and I pioneered the dual language immersion program in WWP, we dreamed of this day. We dreamed of the day when there would be both Spanish and Chinese students rising in kindergarten, first, second, and now third grade. To be with you today is the realization of my career vision. When I interviewed for this position 8 years ago, the superintendent asked me what my vision for world language in WWP was. I told him I wanted to start a dual language immersion program. I don't think he believed me. It took 4 years of research, visiting other programs, studying curriculum, conversations both in and outside of the district. And then Mr. Smith and I presented to the board with the full support of our superintendent, the pilot for the first year of our program. And we started Chinese and kindergarten, or Chinese and Spanish kindergartens 4 years ago. Thank you for being here and being part of the realization of my career vision. Thank you for your trust in us and in our program, and being part of this vision. In the past year, along with everyone else, we've had to sort of adjust, everyone else on the whole planet, we've had to adjust our original vision. And I thought it was worth taking a little bit of time. Oh, wait, before we go on, I almost forgot. May I introduce the assistant principals, Ms. Laura Bruce and Mr. Jack Colella. My apologies, Laura and Jack.
It is all good, Sherry. We just wanted to take a moment and also say welcome. My name is Laura Bruce, and I'm the very proud assistant principal at Dutch Neck Elementary School. And seeing our DLI Spanish students every day in the hallway, conversing in English and Spanish, and far surpassing my high school knowledge of Spanish as a language at this young age. The dedication to the teachers, the families, and the students in this program really show what our youngest students are capable of, and we're very proud of that. So we wanted to say welcome and thank you.
Mr. Colella?
Shishia. Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. I just want to introduce myself. I'm Jack Colella, the lucky assistant principal here at Maurice Hawk School. Fortunate to work with a great team here under great leadership. And we're looking forward to having our returning DLI students come back into the building. As it's already been said, This is a wonderful program where we really see students grow and learn to communicate in so many different ways. Being a speaker of several languages myself, I've always felt a strong connection to this program, and I support it wholeheartedly. And we hope to see all of our students back in the building in the fall, even those who didn't join us in person last year, and continue growing this program. Thank you, Ms. Sizemore, for everything you've done for starting this program and continuing to grow it over these last 4 years. Dr. Warren, best of luck to you. I'm sure you'll do really well. And Ms. Buell and Mr. Argis, thank you again so much for your leadership. The families of Maurice Hawk and Dutch Neck are lucky to have you.
Thank you, Mr. Colella. As I started to say before, in the past year, along with everyone else on the planet, we sort of had to adjust what our original vision was. And so I thought it was worth taking a couple of minutes to sort of review where we had been going and where we will continue to go. It may be new information for some of our kindergarten families and just a quick brief review for some of the other families. So I will now attempt to share screen. Everybody wish me luck. Okay, there we go. Let's see if I can get this to, I don't know why that did that. No. Does anybody know what, there we go. So let's go back into what our program goals are. And that is to meet or exceed the academic levels in all content areas of district curriculum. We're not doing your children any favors if we teach them Spanish and Chinese, but they don't know math and science. So that's our goal. And we established that goal 4 years ago and hoped we would be able to make it happen. And now I'm really, really proud to tell you that all second graders in the entire district took the MAP test this past year, and the average of the DLI classes was higher than the district average in math for second grade. So it's working. The kids are getting it. That's part of the brain changes. You learn to process these things more quickly. Their brains are working all the time because they're learning in 2 languages. And we want them to acquire a high level of both communicative and academic proficiency in both English and the target language. The difference between communicative and academic is communicative is what happens at the dinner table. But academic is being able to talk about math and science concepts in the target language. We wanted them to gain an appreciation of other cultures and a deeper understanding of their own culture. I'll just, once again, those of you who've been with me for several years have heard this joke over and over. But one of my favorites is the 2 fish that looks like Dr. Seuss, but 2 young fish swimming by and an old fish with beard, because you know fish have beard, is swimming by, and the old guy says to the 2 young ones, "How's the water, boys?" And one of the young fish looks at the other and says, "What's water?" And that's it. If we don't have another culture to compare it to, we don't realize we have a culture. That's just life. That's how you do life. And you don't realize that you have a different culture from other people. And by gaining an appreciation of another culture, you get more appreciation for your own culture and what you bring to the table. We wanted to increase capacity for creative thinking and problem solving. That's not anything special we do. That's part of the brain changes in learning in 2 languages. And we wanted to ensure that students are integrated into the fabric of the school. And that has worked beautifully. What you're seeing there is a picture of our little Chinese kindergartners with all the other kindergartners. The Chinese class sings in Chinese. The other kids do sign language for it. Then they sing in English, and the Chinese kids do sign language. Our teachers work together with the team. Like our kindergarten teachers have worked with all the kindergarten team, first grade, second grade. Each one works with the grade level team to make sure that they're getting the same curriculum and doing the same thing along essentially the same pacing. Okay, I'm going to spend a little bit more on well, kindergarten, we're going back to full immersion in the target language. As you know, our kindergarten's half day. So the whole 2.5 hours while you're actually in the classroom will be done entirely in the target language. Now, parents of students who don't speak the language, that sounds intimidating, but in point of actual fact, the kids get it like that. The teachers are masters at acting it out, showing visuals. I mean, I don't speak Spanish, but trust me, I can do anything that they need me to do in the Spanish classroom. All specials and school-wide activities are in English. We'll go over that a little bit more in a minute. First through fifth grade, 50% in English, 50% in the target language, and academic content is reinforced in both languages. Okay, I'm going to spend a little bit more time on kindergarten since this is the first experience for these people. So in the target language, in kindergarten, you get language arts, math, science, and social studies, all in either Chinese or Spanish. That happens entirely in that language. In English is this where the kids go out of the classroom into other rooms for their special, so phys ed, music, media, other school announcements, field trips, all that kind of thing happens in English. Now, language arts, they don't actually get instruction in English in kindergarten, but they're learning literacy. If you can retell a story based on the pictures in Chinese or Spanish, you can do it in English. A lot of the same can-do statements that are for all of our kindergartners in literacy are the same, because if you can do it in one language, you can do it in another. So they don't actually lose space. Once they start formal instruction in first grade, then if they need to catch up, they catch up very quickly. Okay, first through fifth grade, for the rising first graders, this may be new. Everybody else, this is old hat. In English, you have all the literacy, reading, writing, word study, read aloud, all that happens, in the English half of the day. So you get a full half of day in English instruction, mostly literacy. They also do some content area transfer. We don't translate or reteach the material, but our kids have to be able to talk about things like microscopes and caterpillars in English. So read alouds about these things, different activities, morning meeting. All these are opportunities, the vocab word of the day. All these are opportunities to do content transfer into English without doing direct translation, which actually would hinder the children's ability to become fluent in the language. And of course, all the specials continue to be in English. In the target language is math, science, and social studies, and target language literacy. Okay, what's new for this fall? We anticipate a return to full in-person instruction beginning in September, and we're very, very excited about that. We have missed that this year. It's really kind of sad to walk into a building and there's very few kids there. So to have a full building of excited kids is a wonderful thing. Now we don't know exactly what that's going to look like. Like are masks going to be required? What are going to be the social distancing requirements? And that's not up to me or the principals or Ashley, Dr. Warren. That is, or even to a large extent, even our district superintendent. That's up to the CDC, the governor, and the federal government. And once we sort of hear from them what school should look like in the fall, we will then as a district make our decisions, and the dual language immersion programs will be the same as everyone else in the district as we move forward in terms of those things. You'll receive updates along with everyone else in the district as those decisions are made. Okay, other updates. Kindergarten is back to the all target language. That was our vision and goal, and it was for the first 2 years. This past year, because of social distancing requirements, we had to break the kids in half and we had to introduce an English language teacher, which meant they only got half the target language and half in English. And that was for social distancing. We could not put all the kids who were hybrid this past year in one classroom and keep it safe. So that was an accommodation for this year. We returned to our original vision in the fall, where all 2.5 hours will be in the target language. And the reason we do this is because as the kids move up, that intense immersion in the target language gives them a huge leg up as they learn the content in the language. They're learning all their math and their science. If they have a better handle on language going into first grade and then second and third, they will do better with the content. And anyone who needs help with English will get that targeted help in first grade. It's not proving to be a problem at all. The change in grades 1 through 3. As you all know, those of you who've been those who are going into grades 2 and 3 know that we've traditionally done a rotating schedule, what's sometimes called a roller coaster, which is where if you have English in the morning, then you would have Chinese or Spanish in the afternoon. You would continue with the target language the next morning and go back into English in the afternoon, and it went like this. We have decided to change that this year, and the reason is, as the program grows bigger, we have students that may need ESL, they may need basic skills, they may need other services. And if there's a roller coaster, it's impossible to schedule those during the English half of the day because we don't have basic skills teachers that can teach in Chinese and Spanish. So that's why we are changing so that if your child is assigned to one class, you will either have English every day in the morning or the target language every day in the morning, and the other class will have the afternoon. And it'll be that way every day all year. We will continue to ensure that a full 50% of each day is in each language. So it won't matter whether you're morning or afternoon, you will get the same number of minutes in English and in the target language. So that's important in a dual language program. As our rising third graders are only a year away, one of the questions I've been getting a lot is, where are we going to be in fourth grade? So I have been working with the superintendent. We are working on that. I think you can expect Dr. Warren to make an announcement sometime this fall as to where your children will go for fourth grade, either Village or Millstone River. So that is under consideration by the district as we speak. Okay, the biggest announcement of all is Dr. Ashley Warren. She will be the new supervisor for our dual language programs. As has been pointed out, I'm retiring sort of tearfully at the end of this month. I could not imagine a person better positioned and more capable to take over this program. I am so grateful it is her. After I poured my heart and soul into this program, if I didn't believe in the next person, I think it would be heartbreaking. But she's an amazing educator and has been. She's taught at all levels, most recently as our Spanish kindergarten teacher in the DLI program. She is an excellent curriculum writer and has written or helped write a lot of the curriculum for both the Chinese and the Spanish program. And something I don't know anyone else who has done this, she has been both the New Jersey and the Northeast Conference World Language Teacher of the Year. She's amazing. Dr. Warren?
Well, that setup's not quite fair. The expectations are quite high, but I just wanted to say thank you and hello to everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I would be remiss if it would be wrong to not thank Ms. Sizemore for her personal mentorship all these years and for just her steadfast commitment to her program, but also to my own professional growth. I am here today because she invested so much into me and has brought me along on this journey. I would say she conned me into taking the DLI kindergarten job, and it was the best con ever. I learned so much. It was a really great learning experience for me and birthed a passion in me I didn't even know I had for dual language immersion. And so I am so excited to be here today and to follow in her footsteps. Don't worry, I will be calling her. I will have her on speed dial for the help as we transition, but we are so excited to begin this next school year, especially as Ms. Sizemore said, after the past year and a half. We are just so looking forward to having students back in the building. We are excited to go into rooms and to hear Chinese and Spanish and to see the students learning and working together. So we wanted to just take a moment to review what the next school year will look like in terms of staffing. Ms. Sizemore, should I just go through who's going to be working at which level?
Sure, I think that would be helpful to parents if they know.
Great, and so at Maurice Hawk, y'all have already met Ms. Buell and Mr. Colella, and they are our leadership team at Maurice Hawk. Our DLI teaching team in kindergarten, there's only a target language teacher, Miao Lao Shu, sure. And we're working on the instructional assistant. Hopefully we'll have that information to you soon. In first grade, there are partner teachers. There is an English partner teacher and a Chinese partner teacher. And so you have Pan Lao Shu and Zhuang Lao Shu, and then the English partner teacher, Mrs. Robinson, and her instructional assistant is to be determined. In second grade, we have Gu Lao Shu and Miss Yeager, they're partners. So the English partner teacher and the Chinese partner teacher, and we have an instructional assistant for Chinese, Li Lao Shu. And in third grade, we have another Li Lao Shu, but she is the Chinese teacher. She will have an instructional assistant, that's to be determined, and Miss Scow will be teaching our English partner language for third grade.
Dr. Warren, may I interject something?
Please.
The Li Lao Shu that is the third grade teacher was the Li Lao Shu who was the assistant teacher in second grade. She's looping up with her kids and becoming the head teacher. So that's a different Leelauscher for second. There's a lot of Leelauschers this year, but I just wanted you to know that woman, that teacher that your kids already know is looping up with them. So I'm excited about that.
Which I think will be great for the students in terms of continuity. They already have a relationship with her, and she got to watch a full year to understand their development. So she'll be able to hit the ground running, knowing what their strengths are, knowing what their needs are, and just having that firm relationship with the kids. So we're really excited about that. So Dutch Neck is the school that I've called home for the last few years, and it is a wonderful place to be. You've already heard from Miss Bruce and Mr. Argis, our leadership team at Dutch Neck. And so I was the kindergarten teacher, but I am so excited to say that my maternity leave replacement, Senor Saavedra, will be continuing in the role. Those of you who had the chance to know him, I believe the rising second grade families and the rising first grade families worked closely with him. He is a joy, and so he'll be teaching kindergarten, and his partner will be Senora Fernandez, and she also finished the year during the maternity leave that I was just on. And so they're going to work together. There is no English partner teacher for kindergarten because it's full immersion for the half-day program. In first grade, we have a partner teacher and a Spanish teacher and IAs in both classrooms. So for first grade, it's Senora Kukamer, who has been with our program since the very beginning. She's taught kindergarten and first grade, and she'll be working with Senora Rufo, who has also been with the program for 3 years now. Senora Rufo will be her IA. Miss Fanning and Miss B will be the English partner side, Miss Fanning, the teacher, and Miss B, the instructional assistant. In second grade, we're excited to welcome back Senora Williams and her instructional assistant, Senora Bouchard, and their partner English teacher, Miss Larios. And in third grade, we're excited to welcome to the district Senora Spallon, and we're working on an instructional assistant for her. And she'll be partnering with a wonderful third grade teacher who has decided to join the DLI team, Miss Simmons. And so we're very excited to have her join the dual language immersion program.
Thank you very much, Dr. Warren. I'm going to do stop share. And I just wanted to say thank you to the whole team. And in closing, if you have compliments, please email sherry.sizemore@ww-p.org. If you have concerns or complaints, please email ashley.warren@w. I'm kidding. Thank you all very much. It has been, thanks to you and your children, it has been such a joy to do this. Thank you.